What's up, Internet? So today we are working on the Jeep. Yes, I know. Shocker, we're working on the Jeep again. Um, I have to say, I just really enjoy working on the Jeep. It's a lot of fun. I love driving it, so I have been doing a lot of Jeep projects. But hopefully we can get back on the S10 and do some work on the Cutlass here now that summer is getting here in Colorado. But today we are going to be adding lights to the Jeep. And not just any lights, we're going to actually be adding interior lights. So on the back of the Jeep, when you open it up, there are dome lights, but they're on the other side of the roll bar. Cargo areas on the back side of that, so the light doesn't come down and get anything, and then you don't have any exterior lights on the Jeep. So I'm adding a kit from Brawler. It was on Amazon. It was like 50 bucks, I think, with shipping and everything. It was like $69. Came out of California, but it goes on the rear window right at the base, so you don't actually really see it from the interior with the lights off. And then when you open up the back hatch, the dome lights come on. It activates with that, and it creates a nice puddle of light that goes in the cargo area as well as at the back of the Jeep. Now the idea behind this is I want the Jeep to be kind of like an adventure camp vehicle where I can go out on my own or I can take my family. So if we need to set up a tent or cook or something at the back of the Jeep, we have that light that's right there in the back. So let's get started and see how this goes. Alright, so here you can see the basics of what comes in the kit. So down here you've got the LED light tube that spans almost the full width of the rear glass. You have some wire hooks that are just 3M tape, and the light tube just hooks on with some 3M tape. So you have some tap-in power connectors, alcohol wipe, power extension cord, some zip ties, and then this box here goes with this controller over here. It's optional. You can put it in line so you can actually control the light just from the controller, so you can change the intensity, you can turn it on and off, do all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know if I'm going to put that controller in yet or not, but it is there if you want it. The first thing we're going to do is right in here, we're going to clean off the inside of this channel, and they do give you an alcohol wipe for that. So you just want to clean it off, and then you want to let it sit and rest for a second. A lot of people will go in, they'll clean it really well, and then immediately go to put stuff on. The alcohol hasn't completely evaporated yet, and it'll make a mess because it won't stick properly. And you can see all the gunk that comes off of there with just a simple wipe. Okay, with everything cleaned off up in here, and we give everything some time to dry, next we're going to take the LED light tube. So the wire only comes out of one end of it, and you're going to put this wire towards the passenger side of the Jeep. And the LED light tube is really light, and you can see the tape goes all the way down, and it fits perfectly up into this slot here. You want to make sure you put a little bit of pressure on it. Don't push it too hard because this is plastic. It'll just break if you push too hard in it. That is in there, and then we just need to run this down the window, and we will tie it right where the assembly is for the rear window defroster, so it'll kind of follow that, and we've got some corrugated tubing that we can put over that to protect it. So I'm actually going to test the light before I wire it in, because the kit also came with this, a 12-volt power adapter that goes in, plugs in. So on my JK, it's 2015, I have a power port right here in the back. So I might want to keep this, so when I run it, if I don't want it to go off with the dome lights, or when the dome lights turn off, I can turn it right into the power port. And I have light. As you can see, even with the bright lights on my garage, I've got a good amount of light, and I can see it splashes down right at the back of the Jeep. So as you can see, I unzipped the roll bar padding. So I've got the wire run all the way down. It's coming up through here like the regular wiring harnesses, and it comes up, and as you can see, they give you a ton of extra wiring. But basically you want to come to this wire bundle here. This is just where I happen to see some exposed wires. Tilt that up some. And I just kind of cut back the electrical tape. It really wasn't anything special. And you're looking for this black wire, and there's two yellow wires. You're looking for the yellow wire with the green tracer on it. So we're going to splice our power wires into that. And I don't think I'm going to leave all this extra. I'm going to cut it down. And as you can see, there is a protective sheathing on this with the two power wires. If you just take a small X-Acto knife or a razor blade, you just cut really carefully around that sheathing and just pulls off. But I just want to, cut down on all the extra wiring that's in there. So let me get that wired up and we'll go from there. So as you can see, I got everything connected up in here. These are not the connectors they give you. They give you these tap-in style connectors. I've never had luck with these. They, a little metal piece either doesn't pierce the insulation or what, so I just use these three-way adapters and butt spliced it all in, and it works. So let me tuck this back in, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty, as you can see with the roll bar padding back on, you don't see any of the wires. I ran it down, and it comes out back here. Went up, so the connector, this is how it comes, is right here. So if you want to take the top off, you still can. I actually just realized that I put that a little too high, so I'd have to move that connector, but come to that when I get there. Ran it up here. All these adhesive clips come with the kit. Ran it up, and then this is for your rear defroster. So I ran mine up here, and then right along here, so it's between where the weather seal goes and the heating grid. I closed it to make sure it doesn't interfere. Comes up, and then it goes to the light. And for the test, we can leave that up, close the door to reset it, and it opens with that. So now I've got a pretty good amount of light that goes into the back of the Jeep, and it puddles light right here. It's kind of hard to see because it's really bright out, but it did really good. So the Jeep's all done. I had one little extra note at the end. So everything was working great, but I noticed that the LED light on the back window was not going out with the dome light. So I reread the instructions, and it said, yes, you're supposed to connect the power wire to the yellow wire with the green tracer. But if the light does not turn off, then connect the power wire to the solid yellow wire. So mine was just staying on the whole time, so I switched it around. So now it shuts off the dome lights, which is awesome. I plugged that controller in to see what that does. Basically, you can make it strobe and turn it on and off, and I don't need any of that. So it's all done. So if you're looking for a really easy way to add some light for camping on the back of your Jeep, just a splash area, as well to be able to see in the back of your Jeep when you're loading and unloading gear, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, it was from Brawler. It was on Amazon. I'll see if I can't find the link and put that in here. But other than that, you all have a good one.